Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now. Hello world, I'm Chris Pirillo, and you are watching another live Geek Guide. We broadcast here every Friday, usually in the morning. Well, at least my morning. I'm in Seattle, and even if you're not, you can still tune in and participate. Any question is on the table, no matter what it happens to be about. This is your chance to get knowledge from my head into your head. This is a transfer. We have this virtual cable, a wireless cable. That doesn't really make any sense. We have a wireless connection, because a cable would be physical. I don't think they make wireless cables, really. That defeats the purpose. So hopefully you are feeling good today. I am definitely in good spirits. We do this every week so long as we get 1,000 likes for every live broadcast that we do. Otherwise, it's not really worth anybody's time. I will be broadcasting again next week, next Friday, of course, but I'll also be doing a special live broadcast for the Apple announcements happening on Tuesday, so stay tuned for that. And I know many of you will, because some of you were even asking me, hey, Chris, are you going to be streaming the announcements on Tuesday? I am checking to make sure you guys are commenting just fine. Awesome. You are, and I'm very happy to see that. I am also very happy to see that Mobile Roadie has sent out a push notification. If you have the free Locker Gnome app installed on iOS or Android, it'll come right to your device, and then you tap the notification. It'll take you directly to the video. That's what you do. You just tap the notification. We have 40,000 people who have signed up for the Locker Gnome app and the push notifications we send out for every video we upload to YouTube. I also must announce, I really must, we do have our Amazon gift card recipient for this week, Mississippi Leslie, also known as Maze of Echoes on Twitter. What she had done was exactly what we had asked for last week. If you go to go.tagjag.com/free points, the link is in this video's description. You tap that on either your iOS or Android device, you install it, you download a sponsored app, you let your followers know on Twitter, Facebook, Google+, Tumblr, wherever, where they can go to get these free gift cards or to earn them over time. Then if you tag me when you feature that link on your feed, I will put you in a list and then choose one of you at random every week to give you something off your wish list on Amazon. That's all you got to do. So if you want to get something from your Amazon wish list from me and our sponsor, Feature Points, all you have to do is participate. Share your link and then make sure you tag me, your link, with your referral code, because that's what matters. And it's taking a while for me to load the site right now. I must have a lot of points, and I do have quite a few stacked up. And if you're looking for other ways of earning free gift cards for Amazon, for iTunes, or what have you, two other ways for you. Go.tagjag.com/free apps. And a few seconds ago, I got this from the Nextdoor referral that I made. Go.tagjag.com/nextdoor. You get your neighborhood to sign up. If you get your neighborhood to sign up, and you'll get $50 from Amazon, and I'll get $50 from Amazon. So we both get something from Amazon. So there you go. Easy ways of earning free gift cards. Just here to help, man. I mean, it's not just about gift cards, though, really. Or apps. Or what else? A list of questions, really. Yes, I do have that. I printed it out to make sure I got to every really good question I saw this week coming in from the community. So let me go ahead and answer a couple before I do roll on and let you know about some other things that have hit my radar this week. Andy Grayscale. Hey, Chris, did you ever bother with reviewing the LG G2? I don't recall seeing it if you ever did something like that, but I might have missed it. Indeed, we've been posting, had to make sure I grabbed the right, no, that's not it. That's the Optimus G Pro, it's the Note 3, it's the Galaxy S4, 1020 from Lumia, the Note 2, the Moto X, HTC One. Where the heck is that? There we go. There's the LG G2 right here. We've been posting a series of articles on the LG G2 on lockergnome.com. So yes, kind of. If you want to, our thoughts or further thoughts, just check it out. lockergnome.com. There's the answer to that question. Hey, Chris, Timothy Hyder here. Do you know that vinyl records are becoming popular for listeners? They're making a comeback. Do you think that PCs will ever make a comeback as well, or are they dead? Because vinyl records seemed dead years ago, but how are they dead now if people are still collecting them, using them, listening, on vinyl records. Will PCs ever make a comeback? Well, I don't know if I would ever say making a comeback in the sense of retaining or I guess regaining their position in the industry. I don't think PCs are ever going to completely disappear. They'll always be around, much like cars, right? Think of PCs like cars. People drive cars. People use PCs, right? But they don't really want to build their own cars. People still want to build their own PCs, and I think PCs are going to go more towards the modder community or people who still want to build their own and create their own experiences in their own computer, at least as far as putting those components together. Components may change over time, but I do believe that there will always be a place in many geeks' hearts for the PC, but they're really probably going to go more towards the enthusiast market, or really capture or recapture the enthusiast market. Well, not really recapture because they've always been in the enthusiast market, but more so than the consumer market. I don't think consumers are really going to pick up on PCs much anymore, or at least the future of PCs would be more like the Surface or the Surface Pro 2. And I will get to this in a second because we have a couple questions here in relation to Windows 8.1. And I do want to tell you my thoughts on Windows 8.1. They are generally positive. I will be posting a separate review in this channel on Windows 8.1, so you can stay tuned for that. I'll demonstrate a couple of the new additions here in just a moment. But first, I wanted to make sure I let you know about Gotomeeting. Still using this software to collaborate with people from all around the world, because meetings, to me, they're essential. I mean, it's how we work with one another, certainly, and it's an opportunity to share ideas, to problem solve, to develop creative solutions together. But if your team is spread out across various locations, and your team could just, your work team, your school team, teams, whatever, coming together physically can be an impossible task. But if you use Gotomeeting with HT Faces by Citrix, it's really a powerfully and simple way of collaborating online, including if you have an iPad. And you see I've got the Gotomeeting software right here. No upcoming meetings detected, nothing scheduled right now, but then come Monday, I guarantee the meetings keep coming. Interview later this afternoon with Cosmo.com to talk about the business of vlogging. I'm also going to be quoted, I believe, in the Wall Street Journal in relation to being an addict for gadgets. It's been a week for a meeting with people and collaborating with reporters, at least. So no matter where everyone is located, Gotomeeting allows you to share the same screen, making it easier to be on the same page, to demonstrate something that you see so that others can see it as well, rather than just a plain old phone call. If you remember when phones were like this on rotary dial. Am I the only one who ever used rotary dial here? Please, just tell me I'm not. I would appreciate that because I know I'm old. But hopefully not too old for you. Is there such a thing? I'm going to be doing this the day I die. I'll be still producing videos online, potentially even meeting with someone. Okay, that was a little morbid. All you got to do is turn on your webcam to see each other face to face in HD video, especially if you have an HD webcam. This is my favorite webcam right now. I talked about it. We gave one away yesterday in Pirillo Picks. It's the Logitech C930E, super high quality webcam. I've never found one that works better. HD. It works very well with a great frame rate, even in low light. Business class webcam, and I've been addicted to webcams ever since the 3Com Home Connect, which I still have. Talking about dating you. It's easy to launch or join a meeting using from anywhere, using your computer, phone, or tablet, even presenting directly from your iPad. You can try Gotomeeting free for 30 days. Visit Gotomeeting.com, click the Try It Free button, and use the promo code Pirillo, Pirillo. And, if anything, meeting is believing. Because, you see each other face to face, do the same thing online. There's so much that can be done in a meeting when you're working with other people and sharing ideas and collaborating. And it's one of the reasons why I guess I've become an addict to the internet and doing things like this. I wish we could all have the meeting together as I'm doing this live broadcast, but that would be a lot of screens to share and see at the same time. Monica Mullins asks, do you think it's possible in a high school full of 1,800 kids that if 75% are listening to Pandora, it's messing up the school Wi-Fi? Well, I would not say that it's messing up the school Wi-Fi so much as, well, it's definitely taking up bandwidth. I mean, it's music, it's data, it's streaming in to each one of these devices, whether either they be phones, tablets, computers, whatever. So it's going to be taking up bandwidth. You're going to have a lot of people using it. And for a very data-intensive application, yes, it could saturate the network. It wouldn't take much. It would be worse if they were all watching video compared to just listening to music. But still, there's only so much bandwidth that you have coming into any particular building. Even we have to be careful at home here with just Diana and myself using the network. I noticed that I have an issue in doing certain things online when she is using the internet for usually video or even music. I sometimes can feel the pinch depending on what it is that I'm doing. So it can certainly, any kind of activity on the network is going to potentially slow the network down. That's where you have to get a bigger pipe. It's kind of like we're addicts, man. I'm like a data addict. I'm a junkie as far as that stuff goes. Oh, speaking of junkie, I found out a few minutes ago, if I can find the phone, if you have Siri, and meth addicts are more reliable than Siri to me, but watch this. Search Wolfram for Pikachu. If you're a Pokemon fan,
here's what I found.
The Pokédex is now surfaceable by way of Siri and Wolfram Alpha. So you can basically have Pokédex in your hand. I'm not a Pokemon fan personally, but I know many of you are. Neat little trick, thanks to Wolfram Alpha, and of course crossing over into Siri like the Pokédex, where you can get all the information on, there you go, Pikachu, Pikachu. I know enough to be dangerous. Story of my life. By the way, thank you everybody for tuning in live during this broadcast, all few hundred of you, and I appreciate your support. Mohamedolo asks, have you ever played a Star Wars game? I have, although it's been years. I used to play them on the Game Boy. I'm sorry, the SP? The GBA, Game Boy Advance. I played a couple of those. That was in the days of Episode 1. And then I also remember... it was Episode 2. It was a game around Episode 2 for Star Wars, Attack of the Clones. The one that I remember really getting into, I got into Pod Racer, and I also got into Rogue Squadron. And I got all gold medals on Rogue Squadron years ago. That was my favorite, I think, of all-time Star Wars favorite game, Rogue Squadron. No, actually, now that I think about it, the classic Vector game, in the arcade, the Star Wars... May the Force be with you, always. Remember that one? I do. That would have to be one of my favorite games. So yes, I've been playing Star Wars video games for quite some time. I also have Star Wars Pinball available for iOS and Android. Let's see if I can pull it up here. Pinball 2. Bam! Which way do I have to rotate the screen? Oh, guess don't have... Oh, LucasArts. Talk about dead. Yeah, they're dead. They no longer really exist. Star Wars Pinball here on the iPad. Very visual, very Star Warsy. And some people... One person commented in yesterday's Pirillo Picks, just shut up about Star Wars already. Really? What was the point of you telling me what to think or what to say or what to... Dude, if you don't like it, move along. That's the solution to everybody's problems. If my life does not interest you... It's not my problem. Just think about that for a moment. What is your favorite food? Honestly, I eat so much. I don't have a favorite food. Anything that's in front of me that tastes delicious. I don't have a favorite food. Coffee? Does coffee count? Bacon? Does bacon? Is sushi? It's all together. Not all together. Coffee, bacon, sushi? Yeah, maybe all together wouldn't be so bad. Oh, did you see the share I did on Facebook yesterday? They have this infamous they. I got to show this to you. I cannot believe it. It got like 33 shares, which is like a tremendous amount for me on Facebook. Bacon personal lubricant. I'm sorry, bacon flavored. So I don't think it's actual bacon in the lubricant necessarily. But if you go over to my Facebook page and look at the most recent posts, the portable Enerpack Plus. Just featured that. Guitar, comments, Sphero. Hang on, where is it? Screen caps. Come on. It was just last night. I post so many things to Facebook. There's a squash, little robot Lego, Sphero. Oh, there we go. Bacon lube. You can get bacon-flavored personal lubricant. That is not my favorite food, by the way. Just FYI. What do you think about the Xbox 360 being dethroned by PS3 after 32 months at the top of the U.S. market? Does not surprise me. In fact, I think the Xbox One is going to slip... Hasn't even shipped yet, but I think it's going to hurt Microsoft's market share in terms of console gaming, if only because of the way they positioned the Xbox One more as an entertainment console addition to your home entertainment system, more than a gaming machine. And it is a gaming machine, don't get me wrong, but the PS4 is unapologetically a gaming machine. And for people who want console gaming or a gaming experience, I think they're going to go the route of a PS4 over an Xbox One. And the fact that the PS4 is more affordable, backwards compatible with a library of games, it's going to be a very interesting next year. But I really think Sony has a chance to shine here, if only because the Xbox One is more expensive and really positioned as an entertainment device, not necessarily just a gaming device. And I think gamers would be the ones who are going to be driving that market forward, not necessarily people looking for an entertainment option, which they might already have with the television or their entertainment console to begin with, which isn't to say that I'm a hater of Microsoft. I will likely be getting an Xbox One. I've got a series of Xbox 360s. Very happy with those. I've got a PS3 as well, so I don't believe in just living in one world. Life is too short just to enjoy one experience. You know what I'm saying? I hope you do. Next question here. Chris, just one question. Why have you stopped doing daily TLDRs? I've talked about this already at length, and I know you guys are having a very difficult time letting go of the past, but the problem is when you're talking about tech news on a daily basis, sometimes you have slow news days, and it doesn't work out as well. And unfortunately, you may view the video initially, and a lot of people did, but then over time, nobody would watch it. Like, well, so what's the point of me spending my time on something that nobody's going to care about a day after it's produced? Don't want to do that. I'd rather create content that lives on forever. That being said, I am thinking about bringing TLDR back outside of YouTube, not in this YouTube channel, and potentially doing it for like subscription, like $1 a month, $5 a month or something, working on that. So if you like TLDR, that's probably the direction it's going to go. Other than that, people don't watch it after the day I do it, and I don't want to do it anymore. If you want TLDR, subscribe to the Locker Room email newsletter. It's still there. Follow me on social. I'm still doing the same TLDR stuff, but as a video, it's not going to exist in this channel anymore, and there's nothing anybody can say to convince me otherwise because I've seen the stats. They don't lie. Sorry to tell you that, but it's just the way it is. So, next question. Now that I've answered that for a billionth time, I have, sorry. David C147 asked you, I'm going to go out on a limb and assume you're going to get an iPad 5 and a Nexus 5. Are you excited for these products? Excited isn't the word I would use. Interested? Yes. Excited? Not so much. I'm always interested in seeing new products. I loved the Nexus 4. I would hope to love the Nexus 5 as well. I liked my iPad. Ooh, I liked my iPad. Loved the Nexus 4. Interesting choice of words. I did not plan that at all. But we will see what these new iterations of hardware bring to the table. But I am very, very interested in everything. Well, not everything. A lot of things. Kim Landwehr, do you grind your own coffee? I do not grind my own coffee. I buy it that way at the store. I have a certain grind, like right in the middle. I used to grind my own coffee in a burr grinder, a conical burr grinder, to keep the amount of heat at a minimum. But I find it's just as easy and affordable to get it done at a store and have it ground for a paper filter. That's what I use now at home with the AeroPress. I reviewed it a long time ago in this channel, AeroPress. Just search for that with the word Pirillo or Locker Gnome, and I think the video should pull up. D. Danny on YouTube asks, where can I get that hat? Which hat? You mind just give me a... This hat? I don't know. Is it this hat? Is this the hat you're talking about? This hat? I'll put a link for you in the video's description. Or is it this hat that you were looking for? Because again, I can put the link. I've got so many. I even got this hat yesterday. Hang on. You're gonna love this. This was a gift that came from a couple of fans down in Florida, I believe, or at least they were visiting Florida. Look at that! Huh? It's Darth Vader Mickey Mouse. This hat, is this what you were looking for? I don't know which hat. You've got to be more specific, and I'd be happy to help you find the hat that you were looking for. This is not the hat you're looking for. Maybe this is the hat you're looking for. I have no idea. Clarify. I'd be happy to answer. Geekanoids. Hey, another great geek YouTuber asks, have you guys subscribed to Geekanoids? You should. He's awesome, and I love his accent. What do you think about the long-term future is, or what do you think the long-term future is for YouTube since they made many changes over the past few years? Many, including very popular channels, have seen a big decline in views. Do you think that YouTube give enough support and transparency about their platform? Well, YouTube is not the end-all be-all. I love YouTube as much as every other YouTuber and as many of you would love YouTube. But the thing about YouTube is that it's just one island in the stream of social connection points. So for me, it's important to stay connected with you on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, our free application for iOS or Android, Google Plus even. It doesn't matter where I connect with you. I just want to connect with you, and YouTube makes it easy. So it's interesting. Some people say, oh, Chris, your views are going down. Your videos must suck. No, this has happened to a lot of publishers. It doesn't really have anything to do with the content. It has to do with a lot more people are publishing these days. And the biggest competition I have is not other geek YouTubers so much as it is just general attention. What are you going to spend your time on? It's why I'm so appreciative when you've watched this far into the video. Thank you so much. You share the stuff that we're doing. You're commenting, you're liking, you subscribe. You're as much a part of this as I am. And that is, I think the biggest thing you have to concentrate on is what are you going to do to not just have attention, but to keep attention. What are you going to do as a YouTuber to produce content that's going to keep people coming back? And I'll go back to this very briefly. It's the reason why TLDR, it just, like, almost immediately after I would put it out there, gone, nothing. I'm like, well, there's no shelf life. It wasn't evergreen. So most of the content I want to do, I want it to be relevant a year from now, 2 years, 3 years from now, as it was the day I did it. And for the most part, the content that I'm trying to do, even right now, even though it's live, I would like it to be just as valuable long after I produced it, just if only because it's based on your questions and this type of interaction. YT Forever Broken 2 asks, do you think that Apple products are a good educational device as my school has just implemented them and some students are misusing them? Well, I think books are a great educational device, but they can be misused too. It doesn't matter, really, what device you use. If you want to learn, you're going to learn. In fact, I would go as far as to say that most students these days learn more on YouTube than they do in the actual schools that they go to, where they get graded. Although should I give you guys grades for tuning in and interacting? All right, everybody gets an A. Everybody gets an A today. You guys have been A students. Thank you for paying attention. So, next question. We've got them coming in here on YouTube as well. I want to try to go back and forth if I can. Although some of the comments are repeats. Andy Pittman, did you buy your arcade cabinet or did you make it yourself? I bought it. It's a kit. I did not make it myself. I know many people have. It's a MAME machine. I've got ROMs on there that I purchased, that I got it licensed for. So everything's legal over there on that side of the office. Love the arcade machine. Always wanted one at home, and it's in my home office. That was the goal for me. I just wanted to have an arcade in my office, and I do. I'm very happy with it. It has worked very well for the past few years. Irumkishin asks, and this is on YouTube, what's your opinion about little kids growing up with iPhones? Well, it's kind of like, iPads and education system. I mean, people are going to learn no matter, what they're using. Books are great devices as well. Little kids growing up with iPhones, I think it's great, actually. I don't think it's going to hurt them, no more than it might help them as well. I would have killed to have something like an iPhone when I was a kid. And I would certainly be different, just like the kids, the next generation, or I guess this generation, the upcoming generation, the kid generation. What's the new generation? I don't know. Generation XYZ. I think they're going to have a different world and grow up in a different world, and that's going to change the world. It's how it works. And I think iPhones are just, smartphones, tablets, these gateways to information and experiences are fantastic. And I think it's going to change the world for the better. I don't think it's ruined anything, unlike what some people might claim. I think it's just fine. My kid or kids will have their own devices as well. I don't know what devices, though. Don't ask, because I don't have kids yet. Don't ask that question either. We don't know. That's the answer to that. Alley Cat Sambora, do you also build custom Lego stuff? Not that I mind all the builds and stuff you've been showing, just curious. You're awesome. Haven't been following you for that long. Loving the vids so far. Cheers from the Netherlands. Well, Alley Cat, thank you for submitting this question by way of my Tumblr page. I don't do a lot of custom builds. I'm very, very intrigued by a lot of mocks or my own creations that I don't actually do, but I see it and I admire what people can do and build with Lego bricks outside of instructions. I think it's fantastic. It's inspiring, but I do not actually do my own stuff. I mean, I kind of fiddle around, like click, 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 and then, oh, look, I made a brick. wall. That's all we are. It's just another brick in the Lego wall. Taron Sundersing asks, Windows 8.1 blue screen of death, what to do? Well, I'm glad you asked. I don't know. Just reboot the machine if you want. And there's not really much else you can do. It's likely related to drivers. I do have Windows 8.1 installed on this Surface PC. I can either tap this start button or the Windows button down there or this button. That is probably one of the bigger Surface changes. Not to say that it's related to the Surface, but I mean feature changes on the Surface, even though I'm on the things you can see right there. Bam. If you tap the button, tap it again, you can pop back and forth between your start screen and the desktop. And of course, you can do all the task switching just like you could before, but you can see the start button is there as well. It's not a start menu, full-on start menu. If you want the start menu back in Windows 8, you have to use something like Parallels. It's the easiest way to manage Windows 8, really. Go.tagjag.com/parallels for a discount on that. One of my favorite pieces of software of all time, not just because they were a sponsor. There are a few new default apps as well in Windows 8.1, including, I thought this was kind of neat. Health and Fitness is a new default app. That's kind of cool. It really turns it into a lifestyle type of experience. Of course, when the app crashes, it's not very much fun at all. So we'll slide down again. They got a help and tips as well. Sound recorder. Do I want to use my... Of course I want it to use my microphone. Why would I not want my sound recorder to use my microphone? That would be crazy. I'm sure some people would not. There's another one here. It's I know I've got it up here because I thought it was interesting enough to keep. It's like a food and drink app. Collections, add a recipe, shopping list, today's meal plan. I really like that Microsoft did this with Windows 8.1. It's really smart in terms of positioning. Windows 8.1, of course, added a bevy of other changes, including kind of not eliminating the hard drive or an SSD, but integrating SkyDrive at such a level that you can see that Microsoft is going that direction. I think that's a very smart thing to do. Get access to all your files no matter which Windows machine you happen to be using, and then maybe at some point in the future, being able to get to those files no matter which OS you're using. It's a smart direction to go. Windows 8.1, absolutely upgrade your Windows 8 machine from it. Is it going to Windows 8? Doubt it, because the UX of Windows is still bifurcated. It's still a bit schizophrenic. If you didn't mind Windows 8, I think you'll like Windows 8.1, but I don't know if it's really been enough of a change to shift everybody over to Windows 8 or get them to buy Windows 8 or a Windows 8 machine. Sorry, that's just my opinion. I could be wrong. It's a Dennis Miller quote. He used to say that all the time. Because it's an opinion. I can't be wrong. Irony. Ed Broadus, what do you think of Google stock breaking 1K? I think I should have bought it years ago, and I didn't. I own no stock in no company. I have faith in these companies. I just don't own any stock in any of them. Just never did. Because I can't get accused of favoring one company or another. It's one of the reasons why I stay away from stocks. Jay Wolfman asked you, with everything a person can do on the internet, from research to social networking to shopping, etc., would you consider it one of the top 10 or even top 5 inventions of the 20th century? No, I would not. I would consider it the invention of the 20th century. It is world-changing. I mean, think about that. You're wherever you are, you're watching this video. You made it this far into a video of an experience that didn't really cost me anything other than access to the internet. That cost. And we're communicating in real time. Insane. I love it. So if that is not the top, if you don't think the internet is the top invention of the 20th century, what do you think number 1 is? Bacon lube is probably, it's close second. I'd go between bacon lube and the internet, really. Time for, what do you mean you? You haven't even tried it yet. Don't worry, I've got a case on order, just in case. We might like one bottle, and we'll have 12 total.
What is it?
It's bacon-flavored personal lube. You know, like, because we can get a slip and slide, and, like, with bacon lube. I thought it was a good idea. It's probably not too late to cancel that order. Speaking of order, if you guys use our Amazon links to buy things on Amazon, we get the credit. You can even use our links for eBay, and we get the credit. It doesn't cost you any more. You support the community. Everybody wins. Speaking of everybody wins, thank you again for tuning in to this live broadcast. We appreciate everybody's support throughout the week, not just during the live broadcasts. I'm very happy to do this for you, with you, through you, in you. Is this Am I going too far with the prepositions? On you? No, I'm going to stop right there. I think you guys get my point. I haven't had anything to eat yet. The coffee's gone straight to my head. and hopefully that does not scare you. And even if it does scare you, you'll come back for more, won't ya? Thanks again for tuning in. We really appreciate the support. We'll see you later.